Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Mancave Confessions podcast, episode number 4. I made it this far. Thank you, thank you. Sitting here in the man cave watching Bellator MMA. It's just a rerun. This Lyoto Machida's fight. Stay watching any kind of MMA once football season's over because I'm bored out of my mind without football on, especially college football. I could kind of do without NFL nowadays, just because NFL nowadays kind of sucks. Let's just be honest. And I don't know, just don't really care for NFL too much anymore. I just watch my Green Bay Packers. I let you guys in on some of the news. Follow some of the Alabama players. By the way, this is an Alabama hat, not an Atlanta hat. Notice the mullet on the A. That's for Alabama. Sean Payton finally gets his contract. I think kind of everybody knew this was coming. I thought, it was going to happen sooner. But he is going to Denver, and he is signed to a five-year contract, $18 million a year. I think this is the perfect destination for Sean Payton. He's got his offense already built in. I mean, he's got weapons already. He's got his quarterback already, even though Russell Wilson, I think, is overrated as a quarterback. Not a huge fan of Russell Wilson. I think he's average, maybe a little bit above average, but I wouldn't put him in the elite category or anything. With him, I just think he's overrated, just like I think Deshaun Watson's overrated, but everybody loves Deshaun Watson for some reason. I never understood what's so great about him, but I think he's overrated. D'Amico Ryans, my boy D'Amico Ryans, Alabama alum, gets his contract to the Houston Texans. I don't know what he's going to do in Houston to help that team out because they need a lot of help, honestly. But he's reported 6-year contract. I don't know how much per year, but it's a 6-year contract. It's a pretty long contract, man, for a brand new head football coach. He's a great defensive coordinator for San Francisco. Great Alabama football player. Happy for D'Amico Ryans for sure. Tom Brady retired. He did it on social media, which was, cool. I mean, everybody's got to kind of have a little spot. I mean, sure, everybody hates Tom Brady, but you hate him because he's a winner. Just the same reason why everybody hates Alabama. It's because they're winners. So, I mean, it is what it is. You got to have love for Tom Brady, man. That dude has played 20 plus years in the NFL, and no matter what people say about him, dude, I mean, when you're over 40 and you're playing against 23, 24, 25-year-old monsters, and you're still winning football games and still putting up stat lines the way he did, man, nothing but love for Tom Brady, man. I'm happy that I got to see him play as much as I did throughout my life. I mean, I've watched him from the start when he took over for Drew Bledsoe to, his last game. Fun guy to watch for sure, man. Nothing but love for him. Super Bowl preview, man. I want the Eagles to win. I don't think it's any secret, man. They got my Alabama alums are, kind of in the spotlight. Jalen Hurts, Devontae Smith, Josh Jobe, and Landon Dickerson. I'm rooting for the Eagles, baby. Hopefully they pull it out. The NFC, the Pro Bowl was this past weekend. I don't know if anybody watches that bullshit. I didn't watch it. The NFC supposedly won, but I saw something that they're playing flag football now for the Pro Bowl. They're playing flag football. It's funny that bringing up all this Alabama stuff. Josh Jacobs kind of gave you an idea of what he thought about the whole Pro Bowl and how stupid it is. He says bullshit or something along those lines, which is or the shit is stupid or something. I agree, man. This is dumb as hell. The last Pro Bowl I think I actually saw was when Sean Taylor came up and lit that damn punter up or something like that. It was a punter, I think. He fucking about killed him. I think that was the last one I watched. And Hell, it ain't nothing like that no more. Speaking of Alabama, did y'all see Nick Saban turn down that kid from, I think it was Miami? They ain't released who it was, but he was the top corner or top DB in Miami area. Wanted $800,000 to sign with Alabama. Nick Saban told him to find a different school. You dumb son of a bitch. Like, how are you gonna ask the fucking GOAT to pay you to come play? Look, man, Alabama don't need you. They don't. Alabama does not need you. They don't need to pay you for sure to come play there. Believe me, they got enough. You're just another 4 or 5 star that is probably not going to work out. Let's just be honest. I think, where are you going now? Colorado? Play with Dion? Okay, go ahead. Enjoy your fucking 5-7 season. And I don't care what anybody says. That's all they're going to be is 5-7. You think Dion's going to turn it around in 1 year? You're out of your mind. Ain't going to happen. They'll be 5-7, close to the bottom of the pack in the Pac-12, and that ain't saying shit because it's the Pac-12. Yeah, I thought that was funny. And then somebody else on the football team was asking, that he wanted money too, and he wanted his girlfriend to come to school, or they wanted the University of Alabama to pay for his girlfriend to go to school there. Motherfucker, you weren't even a starting player. Again, Nick Saban told him to find another school. Awesome. Love it. NIL is going to ruin college football. These kids, just today I was looking at, there's a tight end from Rome, Georgia that decommitted from Alabama, 4-star tight end. He's like number 214 in the nation or some overall prospect, which is, it's a good prospect for being a tight end. Typically tight ends don't get rated that high, and okay, whatever, fine. I don't look too much into that, but he decommitted from Alabama. If you decommit for certain reasons, maybe the new defensive, maybe the new offensive coordinator hire from Alabama, you're not really feeling it. And I understand that. We'll get into that later, offensive coordinator and defensive coordinator for Alabama, but maybe you're not feeling that. I can understand that, but I have a feeling this has something to do with money. You're going to go where you're going to catch that bag at. I already know. This is turned into the NBA. Honestly, it's stupid. It's going to ruin college football, that with, the whole transfer portal. Transfer portal, okay, let's go back to the old rules of the transfer portal. You transfer, you have to sit out of here. You do a lateral, or you go down to, 1AA, something like that, you just have to sit out of here. Watch, just because you want to make some money in college. They were making money way before all this NIL shit anyway. It was just under the table money. Everybody didn't know about it. And I don't care anybody says, you're not going to trick me into it. I'm sure Nick Saban paid, the boosters at Alabama paid players before NIL. I'm sure they did it at every school. Ain't no damn secret. Everybody knows it. Everybody done seen the program. If you're a football fan, you've seen the movie, The Program, and you're not some damn Gen Z fucking kid. You've seen the program. Everybody gets paid, man. I don't believe in anything else. But yeah, these kids coming out nowadays in high school, making millions of dollars, and I believe they should get paid, but I believe that they should have to earn it, not out of high school. I think they should have to at least play one full season in college football before they can earn any kind of NIL money. And I still want the transfer portal rules back then, so no other teams could swoop in and be like, "Hey, man, I pay you $13 million if you come to my school." Well, you're only getting paid $10 at Alabama. I'll give you $13 million over here at LSU. I think that's bullshit. I think they should have to sit out a full year and not collect NIL money for that year that you're sitting out because you're not playing. I don't think any high schooler should be able to get NIL money They haven't played one down of college football. I don't think they should get any money. Um, you got instances like Quinn Ewers. You know, only reason he went to damn Ohio State was so he could collect some money. He left high school early just so he could collect some money at Ohio State because they couldn't do it in Texas. And then what does he do? He just transfers to Texas, where he wanted to go in the first place. Which is going to be, that's going to be something, man. What if Arch Manning comes in to Texas and starts over Quinn Ewers? What's Quinn Ewers going to do? He going to transfer out now? It's a question to ask. I want to know. Is he going to transfer out? Y'all let me know in the comments section. Let me know what you're thinking, because I know I'm not the only person that thought of that. Of Arch Manning go to Texas where Quinn Ewers is the starting quarterback, and which is a good starting quarterback. Hell, if Quinn Ewers didn't get hurt last year against Alabama, they might have done well beat our ass last year. Hell, if Quinn Ewers didn't get hurt, he might have been in that Heisman running for it last year. I don't know. He's a damn good quarterback. But Arch Manning got some money to go to Texas. He don't need it. I mean, look at his family. His family had money before Arch Manning Sr. Before he started playing football, they had money. What's going to happen? Is Arch Manning going to stay? If Quinn Ewers stays a starter for a year or 2 years? I think Quinn Ewers has one more year. I mean, he has many years of eligibility, but I believe he's probably eligible for the draft after this year, I think. But I want to know what's going to happen. I want y'all to let me know what you think is going to happen. Hit me up in that comment section. I didn't mean to keep rambling on about that, but it's just interesting, man. And of course, Deion's out there racking up all the transfers and everything like that. I mean, they were talking about Travis Hunter, who the big 5-star, #1 recruit in the nation, was committed to Florida State for like 4 years, all 4 years of his high school, and then national, like a week before National Signing Day, like Deion comes and visits him, and then on National Signing Day he flips and goes to Jackson State. Okay, I understand you want to play for Deion Sanders. Of course, you're DB. You want to learn from the best. I understand that, but it kind of shows where your loyalty's at, man. You're committed to Florida State for 4 years, 3 or 4 years, man. Committed there. Every time you were asked about where you're going to college, man, I'm going to Florida State. I'm going to Florida State. And then you done flipped on them. Well, okay. I mean, and you want to say you didn't get paid. Nobody believes that bullshit. Nobody cares what you have to say. Oh, I heard what you said to Nick Saban. Well, why is my mama living in a 3-bedroom house with 5 kids or something like that? Nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. You did not skip out on a premier Division I school to go to a fucking HBCU, man. If money wasn't an issue. Because if you went to an HBCU because you believe you wanted to shine light on that, college football programs and those type of programs, you would have stayed there and you wouldn't have transferred to Colorado with Deion Sanders. You wouldn't have done it. I don't like that shit. I don't like how people nowadays, everything's about fucking money, man. Everything's about money. And honestly, man, I hate it. I hate it. It's ruining college football. And it sucks because, hell, all this money and all this bullshit, political bullshit in the NFL has ruined the NFL for me. And now money is ruining college football for me. I mean, I don't know what else. I mean, I guess I just got to go down to the high school level and start watching them kids play until. I mean, hell, that's even hard to watch that shit now. If these kids are probably already getting, some of them probably already getting paid. Your top prospects probably already getting paid. You know, I mean, there's no way that. I just don't. I don't know. I don't fucking like it, man. Um, let's just move on. Let's move on to Alabama's new. Alabama hired a new offensive coordinator, Tommy Rees from Notre Dame. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. I don't really know enough about Tommy Rees to have really that much of an opinion. I just know he's more of like your ground and pound type guy. I don't know if he was just your ground and pound type of guy because of what he had at Notre Dame, or if he's really just that type of guy that he just likes to run the football. Not saying there's anything wrong with running the football, but I hope he has more in his repertoire than running. I don't know if, honestly, I don't even know if Alabama was built for that ground and pound type of game in the SEC. I don't know. I don't know if we got the offensive line to do it, which is hard for me to say, but I don't know if we got the offensive line to do that. If they didn't improve from last year, we're in a tough spot. We're in a real tough spot. We had some good players up front last year, but not good enough to steady running the football. You know, this is not going to be that offensive line from, 08 through 2014, 2015. It's not that type of offense at Alabama anymore, man. We have to have a mobile quarterback that can get out the pocket, make some shit happen outside the pocket, which we have. I believe we have two of them. Two of them that are returning, as in Jalen Milroe and Ty Simpson. And we have some good young freshmen coming in, Justice Haynes being one of them. But is Justice Haynes going to be able to carry that load as a freshman? I don't think so. Jace McClellan's going to have to step his game up big time. He's a good running back, and he got Roydell Williams. I love his run style. I like the nice physical running. Just like I'm a Packers fan, and I love AJ Dillon. I like that type of back, but we don't have that Derrick Henry. That we don't have that Derrick Henry, carry the ball 40, 45 times a game. We don't have that guy. We don't have that Mark Ingram and Trent Richardson. We don't have that TJ Yeldon, Eddie Lacy. We have Jace McClellan. We have Roydell Williams that haven't really proved themselves yet. Honestly, they haven't proved themselves. I love them both. Like their styles, but they're just not proven to me yet that they can carry the load. And, I had bigger expectations for Jahmyr Gibbs last year too. And running wise, Jahmyr Gibbs just wasn't that man between the tackles. I'm sorry. He wasn't. He was that man outside the tackles, and the passing game, yeah, Jahmyr Gibbs was that dude. But he wasn't that between the tackles running, ground and pound running. That wasn't him. And I don't think that's Jace McClellan. I think that's Roydell Williams. Justice Haynes, time will tell. I want to know. I think it is. I've watched Justice Haynes play high school football. I lived up in Flowery Branch, Georgia, and I've seen him play. I saw him play when he played for the other school up there. He didn't play for Buford the whole time. He played for some Blessed Trinity. He played for Blessed Trinity. I saw him when he played for them. He won a couple state championships with Blessed Trinity, if I'm not mistaken. I think he won 2 of them. Might have been his freshman and sophomore year, but I think he won 2 of them. I think he could be that dude. I think he could be that Mark Ingram style guy. And I'm hoping that's what we get, man. I was watching old highlights of that 09 season, man, and Mark Ingram hit the hole so fucking hard, dude. I was watching it and I was like, holy shit, that dude hit the hole hard. And Trent Richardson was the same way. They just fucking full speed into the hole. Nowadays, man, we ain't got that. We ain't got that right now. like I said, I thought Jahmyr Gibbs was going to be that dude. It wasn't that dude. He just wasn't a physical guy. Now, he's quick as shit in the open, but he wasn't that physical guy. Um, we need that hybrid, that speed and size and physicality. We need that again, man. Um, I hope Tommy Rees does good at Alabama. I really do. Maybe he can do more with the talent at Alabama. Obviously, there's obvious more talent at Alabama than there is at Notre Dame. Um, Notre Dame's been hurting that quarterback position for a minute. I mean, they just don't have the talent that Alabama does. Maybe Tommy Rees could come in and do something more. I don't know. I hope so. If he doesn't, I mean, everybody will know about it. We'll be calling for his damn job too, just like we did Bill O'Brien. We did that to Bill O'Brien. He was an NFL coach, and we don't give a shit. He don't come in and perform, dude. We want you out. Um, I'm serious about that too, man. Don't come in here with this pedestrian bullshit, man. But I think Saban's trying to go back to his roots, man. I think Saban's going back to his roots, and even with that defensive coordinator hire, Kevin Steele, I think Saban's going to go back to the old Saban. It's going to be very interesting to see his demeanor during, spring practices, and, coming up on next season. It's going to be interesting to see Saban's demeanor. The last couple of years, Saban seems to be a little bit more relaxed than previous. Maybe he's coming back to his roots, man. Maybe we're going to see that fire in Saban again. And the old school Alabama, I mean, I think what you're going to see offensively is you're going to see a run-first offense. But I hope that Tommy Rees knows how to spread it out, too. I hope so. Because I don't think we can just get away with a run game. I'm thinking that we're going to see an offense a lot like Georgia's. I hate to say it. I think it's going to look a lot like Georgia's. He likes that 2 tight end sets. We ain't got the Georgia tight ends now. I'm going to be honest with you. We ain't got that Brock Bowers. That dude's a fucking monster. And I hate giving Georgia props because I fucking hate UGA, but man, I'll say it how it is, man. Fucking their tight ends or something else. We ain't got those guys. We might have some better receivers in Georgia. We might have better running backs than Georgia. We probably have a better quarterback than Georgia, but we ain't got those tight ends, and their offensive line was so good too. It's just that, and I think that's what we're going to be looking at. I think it's going to be an offense a lot like Georgia. We're going to be run first. I think we're going to be run heavy. But I don't know. I hope it works out. And our defensive coordinator with Kevin Steele coming in, Kevin Steele was Alabama's defensive coordinator when Saban first got to Alabama. 07. I mean, yeah, we sucked in 07. We sucked really bad. It was hard to watch them that year, but it is what it is. Next year we went to the SEC championship and lost, but 09, everybody knows what happened in 09. Kevin Steele wasn't there. I believe he went to Clemson, and pretty decent defenses in Clemson. He went to Auburn, and he beat Alabama twice at Auburn, and then he was at LSU. Decent defenses in LSU. They won't be all right on defense, man. As long as he can bring that fire and the toughness that the 09 team had on defense, I think we'll be just fine. And of course, if we get Pruitt in there at some sort of a position coach or a defensive analyst, that'd be right up our alley, man. I think we'll be fucking set on defense, and I think we'll be physical, and I think we'll be back to where we need to be. And if we want to have that run-heavy offense, I think we have to have that defense. If we don't have that defense, we're not going to be able to be a run-heavy offense. It's just not going to work. You're the best asset to a good defense is a good offense, man. Seen it with fucking Green Bay this year. Everybody wants to hammer on Joe Barry from Green Bay. Hell, the defense wasn't that bad. Our offense couldn't score shit. So That's what our problem was in Green Bay. You know, Alabama was somewhat of the same thing for a minute. At times we looked very fucking pedestrian on offense, and I was sitting here pissed off every time we looked pedestrian. And right away I go to offensive coordinator. Why are we so conservative on offense? We had all these weapons. We don't throw it down the field. I know we didn't have that speedster receiver, but damn it, man, it was boring to watch at times. The year before, they were exciting. Um, I hope Kevin Steele brings that damn fire back to Alabama, like I think we need, man. Get that fire back, physicality. You know, just the headhunters, man. I love it. I'd love to see that fire back. It seemed like Bill O'Brien just wasn't that guy. It seemed like there was no. You never really seen Bill O'Brien around the players, so you never really seen how he interacted. Even if he did, I don't know. But Pete Golding. Only thing I can say about Pete Golding is he was around his guys and he showed a little fire here and there, not a whole lot, but I mean, Pete Golding was he was okay. I wouldn't say he was great. He wasn't good. I mean, he was okay. Um, Starting quarterback, I don't know who. It's toss up right now, man. Milroe and Simpson. I think right now, if we had to start today, obviously, I think Jalen Milroe would be the starter just because of experience. Um, I think we're going to have a lot like the Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa type situation right now. I think Milroe benefits a little bit off this offensive coordinator hire, but I think it's going to come down to we're going to need to throw the ball, and I believe Ty Simpson is the better passer of the two, and I think Ty Simpson is going to end up getting in the game and hopefully winning it for us. This is just out of the. I'm just calling it now. I think that's what we're looking at is Jalen Hurts and Tua Tagovailoa type situation in Alabama that's coming here for starting quarterback, and it's just going to really just depend on what Tommy Reese is going to do on the offensive side of the ball, man. Like I said, I don't know enough. Maybe next episode I'll have a little bit more for you guys on Tommy Reese. I don't just not caught up on him. I don't really follow Notre Dame football, so except for when we played them and beat them out how many times now. So I mean, that's just stuff to keep an eye out for. And there's. Did y'all see that stupid weather balloon? Weather balloon from China. I don't know. I'm like bouncing around, but a Chinese spy device. Yeah. Tell me what you guys think about that. I'm into those conspiracy theories too. But you guys just let me know what you want to hear, man. That's about really all I got, man. It's football heavy today. We can go over to UFC. My boy, the Black Beast, lost, which sucks, man. Derek Lewis. I was hoping he was going to win, but Sergey was just a bad fight for him. It was a bad fight for him. Sergey's great on the ground, Sambo guy. Took him right to the ground, finished him. It happens. Sucks, but I mean, it is what it is. And of course, I watched the Fedor Emelianenko fight against Ryan Bader. I was hoping Fedor would go out on top, but I mean, 46 years old in a cage with a prime Ryan Bader. I don't think Ryan Bader gets enough love, man. I mean, yeah, he's in Bellator, but I don't think he gets enough love. The dude, he's gotten so much better from when he was in the UFC. In the UFC, he was, he was, top 10, but he never really got over that hump, man. I mean, he was fighting in an era though, in a time where there were some tough dudes in that light heavyweight class. I mean, it was insurmountable. You had John Jones, Cormier, and them guys, man. I mean, those two are in a league of their own. And I mean, it was hard to get over that hump in that. So he moved to Bellator, and he's won a light heavyweight title in Bellator, and he's won the heavyweight title in Bellator. I believe he's a better heavyweight fighter in Bellator than he is light heavyweight, but maybe he'll drop down to that light heavyweight class and win that belt too. I like to see him as a double champ. That'd be cool, man. But got love for Ryan Bader. Fedor Emelianenko blessed us with years of great fighting, which is great. Sucks to see him go, but I think he's a great coach. He'll have some guys coming up and probably winning some titles. So I can't wait for Saturday. Yeah, man, UFC 284. Islam Makhachev versus Alexander Volkanovski. I cannot wait. I hope Volkanovski wins so bad. Islam's a great fighter, though. It's gonna be a tough fight for. It's gonna be a hard fight for Volk. And I think Josh Emmett's gonna beat Yair Rodriguez. Josh Emmett, if he connects with a punch, is lights out. Game over. But y'all just let me know what you think, man. Maybe I'll put in another episode before UFC, and I might do a little conspiracy episode coming up. We'll talk about the weather balloon from China, and no, Riri, it's just for the weather balloon. Now, might do an episode on that. I gotta look into that a little bit more, and then the whole Russian-Ukraine war. There's a lot of things I want to share about that, but I want to do that in different episodes. So, I would, you guys just hit me up, man. Give me some comments, give me some feedback. What kind of stuff do you guys want to see? Does anybody want to come on this show and we can have a talk about anything you want to, man? I'm open to talk about whatever. Hopefully soon I'll be having, people on my show. I want to have, my jiu-jitsu professor on, Thor Schaefer. I want to have him and his son Priam on, hopefully, coming up relatively soon. Have my buddy Rob on. Have Bruiser Bodie on from Juice Pro Wrestling. He'll be on hopefully in March. Me and him are going to do an episode. He'll be in town. He's my best friend. We'll go into all that, man, from, me and Josh have known each other for years. He's a good friend of mine, probably one of my best friends. And then I'm going to have a couple other buddies on. Probably coming up a little bit later this month, I'll have my buddy Kevin on. And he's a UGA fan, but he is a huge, sports guy. I want to have him on there. We're going to talk to you guys, tell you guys kind of our story. Which is probably gonna blow a lot of y'all away, but no homo shit or nothing like that. But we'll talk a lot about college football, probably a lot about NFL. So if anybody wants to be on, man, just hit me up, man. Hit me up on any of my social medias. Make sure you subscribe and like my YouTube page. Follow me on Twitter, please. Follow me on Twitter. That's where I do a lot. I do a lot of talking on Twitter. Follow my Facebook page. Go like my Facebook page. I got quite a bit of followers and likes on my Facebook page, which is cool. But they're all my friends from my personal page. So I appreciate y'all, man. But can y'all start sharing that so I can work and get out to your friends that I don't know or they don't know me? That'd be cool. Other than that, man, y'all stay tight, man. We'll holler at you later. Good seeing y'all. Good talking.